Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel for another war video. This one is full of mistakes, full of exciting fights, features Mr. Negative, who I haven't brought to war in a while. So just should be a really good war overall. I hope you really enjoy it. We're starting off again on path 4 against Black Widow. And the mistakes start early. I dash in and she counters me with a special. That's okay. Have the invulnerability boost on as per usual. And we're just gonna go in and nuke here with Moleman, try not to make any more mistakes. His short dash back, man, it's been killing me all season. I need to figure out how to stop getting hit when I dash back. But for now, we're just gonna go in with another combo or two and finish this fight off. She heals us up with her debuffs. I think there's better places for Claire on the map than this, but still. She can one-shot you if you're not boosted, I guess, and if you make a mistake like I did and don't have an invuln on. But we get it done. 20 hits, short easy Moleman fight. And we're moving on to section 2. We got a Spiderham here. Again, another champion that wacky animations that can tag me sometimes, but going in here with Moleman should be a really good matchup. You'll notice I brought along the Guardian synergy, and that's because we're going to be taking a Modok Boss, and I don't have suicides on at this point, but I will, and the reason for that is I don't think I can solo some of the fights I need to take on Boss Island without suicides. So yes, you heard it here first, I've turned on suicides for the first time in about 2 years. But again, here's another mistake that doesn't get punished. I think he's going to dash in, he doesn't. I try to counter with a special, goes into his block. So here I'm just hitting into his block, getting him to back up. Again, by no means is this a clean fight. There I take that annoyingly fast heavy. I'm going to take some block damage here. And now we're set up to just counter with the unstoppable off Mole Mass. Again, I need to clean up some of these mistakes. They didn't cost me a death in either of these fights, but yeah, just things to learn from. There's always room for improvement, even in the solo where you come out like above 80% health. So just try to learn from those mistakes. We're in Frenzy now, and this fight will be over very soon. A couple more hits. So yeah, all in all, the fight went fine, but room to improve, room to not get hit by quick little hammer heavies, and we'll try to clean that up as we keep pushing this season. Up next, we're up against the Silver Surfer, and this fight, again, I don't know if there's a clean fight this war, other than, well, I won't spoil it for later, we'll get to it when we get to it. But this fight's going pretty well for most of it. I'm just trying to counter off of the unstoppable, get a nice like dex, dash in, dex again, feeling good. Go in here for a combo. I'm going to try to get his high ground down a little bit, take one off there. And we're just playing this to be safe. Countering with unstoppable, baiting out his SP2. Fight's going really well. And in general, I think this is a fine matchup. I think the best counter is probably Sasquatch, but there's not always room for Sasquatch in your team. And mine's only at rank 1, so Moleman it is, and again, I think Moleman's fine here. I make a couple mistakes, which are coming up very soon. At this point, I'm like, oh, 75 to 37, we're good to go. Throwing off my second special too, and here I dash back early again. Again, it's a mistake I'm prone to. I don't react, I anticipate, and it can cost me. So here, I want him to throw this special too. And he's just not, and his high ground's stacking up, and I'm like, okay, I need him to throw this, I'm getting stuck against the wall. So I start blocking hits, I see 6,600 damage coming off on the block, I'm like, whoa, what is going on? I try to dex the last piece, I fail, a little stressed out here, I'm like, I'm not about to lose this fight, but I go in, I'm in Frenzy, guaranteed crits, get it done, ugly fight, but one thing I always say is a solo is a solo, so get it done. We'll have to clean that up for next time. But here, one of my favorite fights, just because I get to use Mr. Negative, one of my favorite champs in the entire game to play. So powerful. Up against Mighty Charge, Ebb and Flow Intercept. He's just so well designed for this fight, especially against someone like Dormammu. You just get the easy intercepts. You're healing off the degeneration. I mean, you would have to try to die in this fight, I think. I think you just have to stand there because there's just so much healing. And there, again, not a clean fight this war. Get caught on the dash back again. That's just something as a player that I need to clean up and stop doing. Again, I boost really big. I put on invulnerable, so it usually doesn't cost me, but there's going to be fights where I can't use an invulnerability boost. I need a power start maybe, or a regen boost, and just can't be making mistakes like that, so gotta get that cleaned up. But here we're going in, and we're just going for SP3 here. The degens on SP2 are nice, but Mighty Charge is just going to shrug them off, and I mean, wait until you see this damage after the SP3. It's kind of ridiculous. And always good to see this animation, one of my favorite SP3s in the game. But come out of this fight and look at those ticks for 21,000. I mean, this health bar just disappears. So, super fun fight. And now we move on to Mini Boss Island, and here come the suicides. They're on, first time in 2 years, I know. I said I'd never run them, but sometimes the alliance and soloing fights should definitely come before me not wanting to turn suicides on. So we turn them on here, and with Guardian on, if you don't take a heavy at the start of the fight, hashtag no clean fights this war, you have 2 mole mass all game and you can just unstoppable counter. So you just stand there, take a hit on the block, hit into them. Easy openings the whole time. You never lose mole mass from that, and you just keep going in. So there, again, don't counter in time. Another mistake. But we're chilling here, but I've used up pretty much all my indestructible boosts at this point, which is not ideal. And now I'm just gonna go in here, and I accidentally parry. Another mistake. I got the big boosts, taking that all on the block. And at this point, he's actually up on health, but I'm still feeling good here. I'm going into Frenzy, which is fine here. I don't actually need the shrug off with the bleeds. His incinerates will be so short, and go for a big SP2 to finish the fight. So yeah, again, mistakes were made. It's going to cost me some health potions, and it's something that I need to clean up for the next war, but I got the fight done. It's a solo. That's what I'm shooting for every fight, and you just try to learn from those mistakes and do it a little bit better the next time. So, moving on, this next fight, Spidergwen, Limber, best defense. She has more evade accuracy, but again, that doesn't matter because I have true accuracy, and I'm just going to go in here, just counter with my unstoppable, and it should be a super easy fight. As you see, I'm just, again, backing off, a couple hits, and then countering off the unstoppable. Just did SP2 here, bait that out, and go back in. Again, just very smooth and rhythmic. It's really fun to play Moleman like this when you have those unstoppable charges. You just have easy openings all game, and it's just really, you really feel in the flow when you're playing this playstyle. Just backing up really keeps the pressure on the opponent. You don't have to worry about brute force here. Just go in, and there again, early dash back. Look at that! Look at that! Thankfully, again, doesn't cost me too much. I'm gonna take some brute force damage, but we're chilling. Got some monster mass. We're gonna throw off a big SP2 and finish the fight. 75% health. Boost, boost, boost. Use your 3-hit indestructible boost, and mistakes happen, and you just have to be able to survive your own mistakes and try to take them away next time you fight that fight. And here's the fight that it's all about, the boss fight. My first boss fight here. So I really wanted to make sure I got it done for my alliance. Again, the strategy, I've got unstoppable, I just counter, I have true accuracy, I'll never get auto-blocked, and just try to outpace high ground. Again, with Moleman's short dash back, for some reason, I'm going to lose a decent amount of health to dashing back, and it's still saying I blocked it, even though I'm also dashing back. I don't know, it's a weird mechanic, and maybe I just need to dash back a little bit earlier, but I was worried about getting hit if I did that, so all in all, just something maybe to optimize a little bit. But we're going in here. He's going down slowly but steadily. You'll notice he's ahead on health. I'm not too worried at this point. Just trying to play it as safe as possible, keep my combo up. I really don't want high ground to stack because this playstyle is reliant on being able to take blocked hits. You see he's up to 2 here. I want to go back in and get one of those off. And again, just counter. I've seen a lot of different options take this fight. I mean, I've seen Hercules, I've seen Killmonger. Are those better for this fight? Maybe. You know, I think Moleman gets it done just fine, but at this point I am boosted to the max. I have full suicides on, and there's just a lot of high ground damage. And if I make a mistake here, I think I die. So there's probably some other champs where if you make a mistake, you get away with it. So we have to be pretty flawless in this fight. Let's see if we can get it done. Throwing off another SP2. Hopefully we can get some crits on this one. We get a couple and a big final hit crit. That's really big for us. That pushes him down under 20%. We're now winning the health war. Dodge another SP1. Go back in. And at this point I'm feeling pretty confident. Throw an SP2, hoping it'll finish him. It does not. Pushes him to SP2. Big crit, 1%. I take one on the block and dex the second one. Just want to play it safe and go in for one last hit. Boss down. Solo. 7 fights, 7 solos, a lot of mistakes, but got to finish it on a clean note with that Modok Boss. Unfortunately, wasn't enough this war, and we did end up losing. It came down to the wire, and we just couldn't close it out strong, but hopefully we'll clean things up and push strong to the end of the season. That's all for this one. I'd appreciate it if you guys left a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more war content coming to you soon. Appreciate you guys stopping by the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.